coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Yo, man! Shout out everybody out there on the scene, Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Man, we out here, man. We pushing this P. You dig? 33, we pushing this P, man. Positive energy all day, every day. Shout out to everybody who support this movement, man. Everybody who been rocking with me from day one to yesterday. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Big love to all my membership. You know, if you ain't got the membership, don't know what to tell you. It's there waiting for you. Come on, join the party, man. We raw and uncut over there. Over here, I need you to hype the video, like the video, share, subscribe. Let's get this algorithm popping. You know, they can do what they want to do, but can't beat the people, man. Y'all make the channel. Y'all are the algorithm. So whatever y'all do, that's where we go. Farther we go is the how we participate, man. So let's get it. Let's go. Listen, man. Shout out to the Morning Mud, man. The Morning Mud made me want to revisit this story, talk about this story, because I had my old little youngin' that was up in here, and he just reminded me a lot of things, man. So we going back to Powhatan, man. Back on Powhatan in the late 90s, man. I was on this joint. And I remember this female came working there, man. She was very, very sweet lady, man. She was cool. She was fine. You know what I'm saying? And dudes was on her, right? I ain't gonna call her name just for, you know, purposes. You know, but I'm gonna call it Bama's name though, for sure. So yeah, man. So at this point in time in my bit, like I say, I was still real cautious about these female CEOs because, like I say, if you cross that line with them, then you at their mercy. You are truly at their mercy, man, because they have total control. They got total power. If they like you, cool. But the moment they stop liking you, you in danger. You at risk. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that you want because you a man. You know what I'm saying? You a heterosexual man. You want the companionship of a female. And then if one of them is right there, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just all good from that standpoint. But the simple fact is that once they go sour or the relationship goes sour, everything is against you. Whatever they say, whatever. If they choose to get you crossed up and X'd out, you going to get crossed up and X'd out. Straight up, whether they telling the truth or not. And then the burden falls on you is the only way you could defend yourself is to say, nah, man, we was in a mutual, and then you tell it. You see what I'm saying? So you can't win in these situations. It's the only win you can get is if you mess around and, you know what I'm saying, and she really like you, or you get some, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, you're going to lose, right? So at this point in time, like I say, I'm knowing this purpose. So, you know, I worked out there. I had a houseman job. This is like one of the only times I had a houseman job. And I had the houseman job just because I couldn't get down to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Just for something to do. So by me having a houseman job and she got assigned over there after her training, then she out there a lot and she talking to me or she asking me about, is that the way y'all supposed to do this? You know, I was more or less helping her, but I was just being nice. Did I admire the way she looked, you know what I'm saying, as a woman and everything, smell and all that? Yeah. But I wasn't going to say nothing. I wasn't cross the line. And in my mind, it didn't even dawn on me. This is how I'm moving, you know, let's focus, you know, on surviving in this, you know what I'm saying, this chaos that I'm in. I ain't even thinking that she even might like me. Whether I'm lusting at her physique or body or whatever, I'm not even thinking that. And then she just start, you know, saying little things and smiling and calling me more often and calling me up to the booth and, you know, singling me out. And it just dawned on me after. It still hadn't hit me. It dawned on me after the Bama who trained her. This Bama name was Esmond. This the punk that he was talking about this morning. This bootlicking Uncle Tom, Jeff Bodine, tap dancing, little penguin looking Negro. You did. It smell like a French prostitute. This the joker we was talking about. You can smell him all the way down the hall, and I'm not exaggerating. I don't know what type of cheap cologne he got on, but the whole compound knew, administration as well as convicts and inmates knew that this Bama was stinking like a Lincoln and you could smell him coming. I don't know what made him thought that was cool, what made him, you know what I'm saying? Little short, receding hairline, pop belly, Bama, man. You know what I'm saying? His name was Esmond. And he just thought he was, and he always chewing gum. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cold Bama, right? He trained her, but he had a crush on her. So he trying to get at her. But at the same time, she married. But she in a disgruntled marriage. She want to get out of the marriage. They moved from another state to this state because he had got an issue and they moved to this state and she had to take up a job and that's why she ended up there. I knew this later on from me, dealing with her, right? But he on her. He on her top. He on her top. He trying to get her. He always coming in the building. He won't even my building sergeant. But he coming in there all the time now that she in there trying to talk to her, put on his Rico Suave, smelling like funk. Yeah. Man, she probably used to be like, man, this Joker, man, it's unreal how loud his cologne was. And it was stinking. It was stinking cologne, right? But this is when it dawned on me that she liked me because he turned around and came in one day and I'm at the booth talking to her. And he walked up to me and he pulled me to the side. He said, "What's up with you?" I said, "What's up with you?" He said, "Man, I come every time I come up here, man, you up here talking to my officer." I said, "Man, what did you talking about?" He said, "All right, now, fraternizing, man, fraternizing to get you in trouble." I'm like, "Man, I don't know what you talking about, man. I work out here, man." She called me and asked me, "What's this or what's that, or am I doing this or who gonna do that? How else I supposed to know?" I said, "I don't even know what you talking about, Joe. You on some other stuff." And he was like, "All right, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know." I'm like, "Man, all right, whatever, man. I ain't like him anyway." You know what I'm saying? So when that was over, he go up there shooting his little shot, skinning and grinning all in her face. And when he leave, she called me back and asked me what he say to me. So I tell her what he said. And she was like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I don't be messing with him. He a snake, wood. And she was like, "Oh, don't worry. He ain't going to bother you or nothing like that, da, da, da." And she was like, And he said, I said, "Yeah." He was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? What me and you got going on or something? I told him, you just, you know what I'm saying? Just be helping me with the job or whatever. Or I be helping you. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, well, he know I like you. So that's what it is." And I was like, "Huh?" "Huh? You do?" And that's how it all started. So start kicking it, talking to her more and more. Now my eyes is open and I can see that okay, she like me. Out of all these Bamas in here, she like me. So I started kicking it with her, and boom, man, it got down to the point, man, where I was talking to her a lot during the day. And during this time, they was working 10 days on, 3 days off. So she did 10 straight days for 12 hours. 12 hours. So boom, boom, boom. We had a lot of conversations. I learned a lot about her life. She learned a lot about my street life, past life, what I'm locked. She knew everything. You know what I'm saying? As far as what I'm locked up for, all this and all of that, right? So it came a point, and one time she was talking to me, we was talking so much, she was going to get off shift, and we was in the middle of the conversation. We couldn't finish the conversation. I think I told y'all this in another video, but I don't think this was the focus of the video. But she was like, "Oh, I want to finish the conversation." I said, "Well, finish tomorrow." She was like, "Well, I'm going to be off or something." She said, write it down on paper so you won't forget. Don't forget your thoughts. So now we get ready to cross into another realm now where we passing notes. All of that right there, get her fired, get me locked up, get me shipped off the compound. But this is the waters that we going in. We going in the deep waters now. So we started doing that, and then there's a point, man, we writing every day. You know what I'm saying? And we exchanging notes every day. So then she wanted to be in touch with me even so much more that she started writing me letters, but she was using a different name and a different address and bringing the letters in as when she passed out the mail, she's actually giving me mail that she done wrote me herself. You see what I'm saying? It was crazy work. This all the stuff you got to go through just to be involved. And now, did I like her for real? I certainly did. I said, because I got to know her. The conversation creates bond. You know what I'm saying? So man, it was crazy. But the craziest part about it is that you think you moving in silence, but everybody in the penitentiary is watching you, man. The jokers watching you, the police watching you, the snitches watching you, the dudes that want. Man, it was like everybody was trying to snake me to get close to this woman, dog. And I was trying my best to hold on to my position, but this joint was getting hotter and hotter every day. Dudes that I thought was cool with me was trying to snake me to get to this woman. Because the simple fact is, like, if a female in the penitentiary like a dude, then only thing that some Bama see is, oh, she'll go. Oh, she'll mess with an inmate. So they thinking that, oh, I'm better than him. Or if Banky can get her, I could get her. Or that's how they think. If it want me or somebody else, they'll say, oh, I'm better, I could get her. So long as they know she go, they start trying her with all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So on the strength that they see that we got something going on, dudes just start trying her with all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now she's in the position where she don't want to make too much noise because she don't want the spotlight shine on us, and I'm in the same position. So we both now is in the weaker position. Man, you had Bammers that was going up to her, trying to tell her all types of lies on me, trying to sour me to her to get close to them. And they don't know, they look like she like me, but they don't know how deep we are. Like, we like deep in this conversation every day, letters every day. We deep into this. So she got emphatic trust in me. She telling me this stuff. So I got to look at these mamas knowing that they trying to snake me, and she begging me don't do nothing to them, because if I do, then the whole gig is up. So my back stay against the wall, and I've got to put this poker face on, knowing that this Bama just went up there and told all types of lies on me, and then smiling in my face. Man, that was hard money right there. That was hard money right there, boy. I'm telling you, it was hard money, man. You had this Bama that was my homeboy. He's from out my way, and he was literally dying, man. He was literally dying from AIDS, man. And dudes used to joke him and be, because it's relentless in there. They don't care what you got going on, even though you die. And he used to be a, you know what I'm saying, somebody before he got sick and weak. So now dudes is talking to him vicious and wanting to smack him and put hands on him. And I'm like, man, hey man, come on, man, back up off dude. You know, because he was a homie. I used to defend this joke. He literally done told it, bro, because he's a dope fiend. That's how he got sick. He literally told it, bro, you ain't know, you mess with him, you know, you putting yourself at risk, shawty, don't do that, you know what I'm saying? He ain't getting out, you know, I'm getting ready to go home. But you sick, bro. I'm getting ready to go home. Somebody can do something for you, and, you know, we can make money together, you know. He trying to get the sack. Yeah, you know, he a dope fiend too. You know, he kill people, man. You know, he mess with the boys. He just made up all types of. I'm like, what? Man, I wanted to wring his neck. You heard me? Man, it took everything in me. Now, and I just felt I just felt sorry for him. I looked at him, he started speaking, kept speaking, like, what's up, y'all? What's up? And I think he knew she told him, but I couldn't confirm because I'd be, you know what I'm saying, I'd be betraying her. So, but I just stopped speaking to him. I'm good, so woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? He done told, man, I ain't never got high in my life. I ain't never messed with a boy in my life. And I don't know if I'm going home no more than you know if I'm going home. He just making up stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, he killed a lot of people. You know, man, the bro know my whole case. You know what I'm saying? I done killed a whole lot of people. Oh, man, they just make up anything to try to get close to this woman. So I'm like, man, this is a vicious game that I done stepped into. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes this gunning the broad now, just blatantly gunning her, you know, getting in the stairway, waving her down, pulling you know what I'm saying, they meet out and gunning her because they think she's scared to write them up, because if she write them up, they threatening like, oh, I go tell you in here fraternizing with the inmates, you messing with inmates. Bro, some of them probably would have told her, some of them probably wouldn't, because they ain't want to snitch, like, but she don't know no different. So I'm saying, so she telling them, look, don't do that. And they forcing it on her because they pressing her. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy work, man. And they dudes kept doing. I remember she went and worked one time. She had to work uh the chapel, right? She had to work the door of the chapel where dudes going to church. Man, one of my homeboys, big old Bama, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call his name, man, but he's a soldier though. He'll go to war. He go up there. He a freak Bama though. He like to gun them bros. He go up there, supposed to be in church. He gonna go sit somewhere where he can isolate himself and face her and gun her in church. And she wrote him up, right? And they was gonna come lock him up. They say on there during this time they don't lock you up. Immediately you gun, you go to the just committee. You get found guilty. Then you go into jail. He trying to get me to make her drop the charge. I'm looking at him like, what would make you think I can make her drop the charge? So what are you talking about? Bro, come on, homie. You know everybody know you mess with the bro, homie. She done wrote me up, homie. You ain't gonna let her do me like that. I'm like, why would you even do that? And you trying to put that on me? I don't mess with her, bro. You, bro, come on, y'all. You could tell me. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you talk. I can't make no police do, man. I don't, man. You tripping, man. And he literally had a tool with me about that where we almost looked like we was gonna clash. Cause he want me to save him for some stupidity that you did, and then you want to try to use what you think I got going on with her to help you when you did it because you knew that you thought I had something going on with her. Man, get out of here, man. I mean, like, bro, this junk was starting to blow me. It was like crazy. Other dudes forcing gunning. She telling me all of this, and I can't do nothing but look at these mamas like, man, you know what I'm saying? That like they thought that was gonna press her or make her say, "Oh, I want him instead." You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy the stuff that go on in there. You know what I'm saying? It was wild. Then I ended up having the beef with the Bama jersey. He went up there talking about me, and I was just fed up. I ended up putting hands on him. Took him in the cell and banged him out because I knew he wasn't gonna tell. I took him in the cell and banged him out. You know what I'm saying? I knew he wasn't gonna tell. I knew he was gonna fight back. I knew it may go further, but it was just too much coming at me. I'm like, man, I'm sick of this, man. I told her, I'm not gonna say that. I ain't gonna say nothing. But all the time, I can't wait to get upstairs because he sleep all the way up on top on the same tier. I said, man, let me holler at you. You know what I'm saying? And me and him ended up getting into that all over her because he down there talking trash too. Oh, you know he locked up. He ain't never, we got on him lights. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, I heard he was a hit man. Making us. Making us. Man, I'm like, man, this is it. So it was crazy. But with all that going on, won't nobody hating on me like Youngin said in the chat this morning more than the sergeant. Because he wanted her that bad. And he felt like she messed up on that herself. She felt like she was so close to him that he won't gonna tell on her because of the way he was trying to get at her, which is really like what do you call that? Sexual harassment at work. That he ain't gonna do that. So she literally told him, I like keep on trying to keep him off, like let's just be friends, let's work relationship, whatever. But he pressing so hard, she literally told like, yeah, I like him, I like Banky, yeah, I you. And I'm like, you did what? She was like, it just came out. I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm cooked. I'm gonna find a way to cross me up short. It's gross. I said, why would you do that? And she said, I'm sorry, he not gonna, I swear, I promise you, he not gonna do that. It's no doubt in my mind. From the point she said that to him, he went on a secret campaign to get rid of me. As dudes and Bammers in there, the hot jokers, they write notes. I'm telling you, bro, I bet you he was writing his own notes, camouflaging like somebody wrote notes and turning them in to the investigator, turning them in to the major. Because then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, then they started getting down on me. Major called me over there and asked me, do I have a personal relationship with her? I said, huh? He said, I'm asking you out of respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak to her too, but I'm asking you out of respect because a lot of these rumors is coming to my ear. Notes is coming on my desk saying that you and her over there got something going on. I said, man, I ain't got nothing going on with her, bro. I don't get into that, man. I'm doing my time, man. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, and I'm giving my spiel, but he looking at me. He's a black guy. He looking at me. Boss there. That what his name was. I think he a warden there. He looking at me like, I don't know what you talking about, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying, get involved with no COs. I don't do none of that, bro. I mind my business. Da da da. And he like, okay. I'm just letting you know it's up on my ear, man. It's in my ear. Don't let me hear nothing else about that. Woo, woo, woo. And he give me that little spiel. But all the time, he not knowing. I know he trying to hit her too. He trying to hit her too. She telling me everybody who trying to get at her, get in her drawers. He trying to get her. The major trying to get her. The lieutenant trying to get her. The captain trying to get her. The inmates trying to get her. The convicts trying to get her. I know everybody. I know all y'all personally that's trying to hit her. She literally telling me this. What y'all say, what y'all don't say, how you coming, what spiel you giving her. The major even told her, I can put you where you want to put, you know, and he's shooting his shot because he like third in charge on the compound. Now he face to face with me, asking me, do I got something going on with her? I'm like, man, I should have known right then and there that the ship was sinking. You know what I'm saying? I should have known the ship was sinking. Over the course of us kicking it, I done got personal pictures of her, you know what I'm saying, you know, from like, you know, like over the years, like when she was younger, when she was in college and played basketball, and, you know, pictures of her when she stayed in Jersey. I got all these pictures that she's sneaking to me through the mail, right? Because she gets hand me the mail, so it ain't been searched. She giving it to me. So I got so paranoid. That's the best thing I did in the whole situation. I got so paranoid that everything was going on. I packed all the pictures up of her and the letters, and I put it in a package and sent it home to my sister. And that right there, that intuition, that forward thinking, ended up mostly kind of like saving, because I still got cooked in the end. But that would have solidified. I'd have got more cooked. You know what I'm saying? Because a couple of weeks after they came and shook me down. And I know they were looking for something because they only went through my whole cell, but they went through my mail with a fine-tooth comb. They was reading letters. So like they was looking for something. They went through every picture that I had. And they went through all of my mail. You see what I'm saying? So I know they was looking for something. And I'm like, oh, man. And I got away. You know what I'm saying? And then they turned around and came back the next day and locked me up for investigation. You know what I'm saying? But if they would have found them pictures or them letters, even though her name wasn't on it, they could have read the context of it and knew that it was somebody in the infrastructure. So I was the best move that I made, man. It was crazy. But it just happened like that. It ain't, I can't take credit. It's just I was scared. I was nervous. I was nervous. And I made that move. See, that's God. That was God in the squad thinking for me. You know what I'm saying? Thinking ahead of me. So I stayed back there for the investigation or whatever, right? They called her over there and spoke to her. But see, now that shows you the flip-flopping in the justice. Because if you thought that about me and her, why is you pressing me and I'm the convict and you not really pressing her? And they was soft pressing her, soft pressing. They weren't pressing hard. They just asked her, and whatever she said, what? No, I don't mess with no inmates or boo-boo. Oh, okay, no, we just heard that. We just wanted to bring it to your attention. You know, like that, because she came back and told me, like she's supposed to. So I'm like, man, you got to watch it, man. Then we said, hey, calm down on the lesson, because we knew now all the eyes was on us. You know what I'm saying? So they let me out after the investigation about a week or two, and I was out in the scene like, man, everything was to be okay, because I'm like, they ain't getting nothing, they ain't find nothing, boo. Man, they came back like about 2 weeks later, locked me up again for investigation. So the investigator said, man, they got you locked up again? I said, yeah. I said, well, what? I said, I don't know. You tell me. He said, it seems like it's the same thing. He said, man, I'm not going through all this again. He said, because once you get locked up for investigation, the investigators have to clear you to be back on the yard. So he said, man, I'm not going through this again. It's the same stuff they talking about last time. I just investigated this. He said, I'm going to recommend you back to the yard. He said, you want to go back? I said, yeah. Boom, he did it, right? They let me back out, and they came and got me 3 days later and said, pack it up. You're getting transferred. I said, what? I won't in for a transfer, won't time for no transfer. My level, my points, nothing changed. Why am I getting? They just wanted to get rid of me because they couldn't prove nothing. And that's how I left the compound. And then they turn around, they wanted to get rid of me so bad, they send me back up to Augusta when I don't even supposed to be on Augusta. They got me on the ban list for Augusta because of stuff that happened on there in the 80s. So, you know what I'm saying? The big Raymond stuff, the big white boy stuff, the beef with the captain who was now a warden. They still sent me up that joint just to get me up on that, man. You know what I'm saying? And then when I get there, I got to go through drama because they telling me, called me straight over there, the major and the warden, the racist warden. Day, his name is Warden Day. Warden Day. You understand? A cold racist Uncle Tom, boot-licking, tap dancing, horseshoe face mofo. They call me over there, put the shake up on me. You ain't gonna stay on here. You ain't gonna be on here long. Just mind your business and stay out of trouble. We gonna get your ball here. You know, okay, well, do that. You know what I'm saying? Do that. And I ended up getting gone. When I left there, I think that's how I left there. And I went to Nottoway, I believe. Maybe not. Yeah, Nottoway. You know what I'm saying? But no, I went to Sussex too. When it first opened, when the first 60 people on there. That's how I ended up on Sussex the first time. All that came from everybody wanted this woman, and they was trying to get this woman, and they assumed that the woman liked me, and everybody was trying to snake me. Everybody was trying to snake me, and it worked. It worked. When they locked me up first time for investigation, Tuck snap. Shout out to Tuck. R.I.P. Tuck. I found out one of you set him up. I'm gonna chop your gut head off. Yeah, I said, yeah. When that word got back to me, the Tuck said that on the whole pod. I said, yeah, Tuck, old Tuck mess with your boy. Yeah, you little hot mother snake. He was mad as I don't know what, because I was like Tuck's only real friend on that joint, and they done crossed me up out of that joint. And Tuck was like, and better nobody try to get the sale neither, because, you know, I had to sing a sale. Shout out Tuck, you did. But yeah, man, it's just crazy stuff that go on, man. But I just remember that, man. And looking back and reflecting on it, all of that was because they felt like the female liked me, or I liked her, or we had something going on, which we did, but they can never confirm that. You know what I'm saying? And then on my part, this is the sad part, cause I was on them. You know what I'm saying? Cause I felt like we shared a lot, we talked a lot, and you know, felt like we really got close. But the thing that hurt me about the whole situation was, after I got gone, I ain't never heard from her no more. She never tried to reach out, never tried to find me, or nothing. So evidently, it must ain't mean as much as her. Maybe I was just for her to pass time with. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And then years and years later, and I heard dudes who was on the compound come back. They said she was messing with the funky sergeant. You know what I'm saying? The funk bomb, the walking deodorant stick. So I don't know, man. So shout out to her. If she ever heard this and somebody tell you know who you are, you know what I'm saying? Look what you missed out on. You understand me? You hear me? Yeah, man. And to all my homeboys, all my so-called associates and dudes that was trying to cross me back then during the time when this happened, and the major who now worked somewhere and decided who wanted it so bad, man, that's for all y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? All y'all, man, it's some weak, soft, get your damn bammers. And if you want to know what did we have something going on, we sure did. And if you want to know did we consummate that thing, I know you would like to know. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. I'll holler at y'all in a minute, man. Duck them hooks and duck the penitentiary, man. Ain't nothing in there but snakes, rats, and bammers.
The banky special.
Yeah,
pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.